They thought they were going to end our season. Arsenal 3, Spurs 2, and Arsenal win the North London derby away at Tottenham for the second year in a row. First time we've ever done that in the Premier League era, which I found quite mad, to be fair. I thought probably Wenger's team would have done it at some point, but apparently not. Mikel Arteta gets his 100th Premier League win. We stay top of the table with City playing now, who fucking annoyingly are currently winning 1-0 against Forest. But it keeps us in the hunt for the title, and that's all we can do is keep winning our games and just pray that City slip somewhere. But what a game. A game that Arsenal were leading 3-0 at half-time, cruising, weren't playing our best. You know, some people think Spurs were playing better than Arsenal, and to an extent, yeah, I guess, you know, they did score a goal that was marginally offside. But I wouldn't say there was bundles in it. They had probably most of the ball, but they weren't really doing stuff with it as such. Looked a bit dangerous from set pieces, but then it was Arsenal's first corner of the game that did lead to our opening goal. I did say in my preview, Spurs are really bad at defending corners, and obviously Arsenal were the best at scoring from set pieces in the league. Saka puts a dangerous ball into the box, and Højbjerg, unfortunately for him, but you know, fortunately for us, puts it into his own net. And then, you know, that's after they have that goal ruled out, which would have made it 1-1. And then from a counter-attack where Spurs thought that maybe they should have had a penalty, never a penalty, we break. Kai Havertz plays a brilliant ball over to Saka, who they've left just the whole right side of the pitch to himself. Gets into the box, cuts inside Davis and puts a brilliant finish past Vicario in goal to put us 2-0 up. And look, at that time, I'll be honest, we didn't necessarily deserve it at that point. We wasn't playing necessarily badly, but we weren't playing great. Not enough to be 2-0 up. Anyway, but fuck it, I'll take it. And then we have our second corner of the game a little bit later on in the half. From the other side this time, Declan Rice puts it in. Bang, Kai Havertz. 3-0, game over. Second half starts and we're completely controlling and dominating the game. Looking like we might score a fourth or a fifth. And then David Raya. David fucking Raya. What the fuck was he doing, man? We you know, Tottenham try to counter. Saliba deals with it, who I thought was brilliant on the day, by the way. Gives it to Raya, and he tries to do the most stupid chip on his weaker left foot over Romero and Son. Falls to Romero, and then Romero just has it one-on-one with Raya and just slots it past him. I mean, to be honest, I think Raya should save it anyway. You know, it's pretty obvious where fucking Romero's going to put it. He dives the other way, and it's 3-1 now. All of a sudden, Spurs' tails are up, and they start thinking that they can get back into it, and letting Romero score. I hate that geezer. Fucking hate him. But anyway, they're back in. We you know, deal with the pressure quite well after that. And then unfortunately Declan Rice gives away a penalty. It's a very unfortunate pen to give away. It's one of them, you know, you go to clear the ball, a player comes on your blind side, they nick the ball in front of you, you catch them. Michael Oliver didn't give it in real time, but VAR sent him to the monitor, and it was a Stonewall pen, no doubt about it. That Son put away brilliantly. And then it was nervy. You know, it was 5-6 minutes of no mistakes and full concentration, and we did, and they didn't really have a chance after that. Son put in one semi-dangerous ball at one point, but we dealt with everything. And look, as much as I'm fuming with Raya because he made that game hard, that game should have finished 3-0 or more. It really should have, and it didn't because of Raya. Simple as. He caused panic and caused tension when it didn't need to be. But look, the most important thing was getting the job done, and we did do that. It was a massive win. You always want to win away at Spurs, but obviously more importantly for us, we're going for the title. It has confirmed that we finish above Tottenham for this season, but you know, that was sort of that was inevitable come the start of the season. It don't really matter. But look, big performance from the boys, big result, and we move on. 3 games to go, win our last 3, and who knows where it might take us. We might be lucky in City to slip just once. Please, you jammy bastards, just slip just once. And then Arsenal might get their first Premier League title in 20 years. I've got to talk about a few players, you know, in particular. In fact, we'll just go into the player ratings and talk about them. And then David Raya, I thought actually was having a fine game. As usual, claiming his crosses. Didn't have anything to say, really. Kicking, he was slipping a lot in the first half. Made a couple of nice kicks in the second half. One out to Saka, I think it was, and one out of his hands to Martinelli when he come on. But that mistake, you know, you've got to knock him down for that. However, in all fairness to him, I do think he recovered well. You know, when he was back on the ball after that, he was calm. He claimed everything again. So I will give him his credit there. But such stupid mistake to make. It's so amateur, such an amateur mistake to make. You know, and like Roy Keane and that was saying, it was almost like he got bored and just done something so stupid. Very, very frustrating because, you know, we should have had our clean sheet. That would have wrapped up his golden glove as well. Which I said in the last pod, my last video, that he had wrapped up already, but turns out he hasn't. I think he needs another clean sheet or two to do so. But yeah, really, really poor from him. But I'll give him a 5 because I do think he recovered well, and I think he was having a decent game up until then. Ben White was quietly superb. Won so many headers at the back stick. Didn't really get unbeat by his man at all. Didn't do much in an attacking sense today. Didn't really get on an overlap or anything, but was just solid. I'll give him a 7. Saliba, I thought, had a really, really good game. Really good on the ball, calmed things down, never panicked. Won his headers, won his tackles, just played really, really well. I'll give him an 8. Gabriel, similar, played really well. I don't feel like they had much to deal with. All they had to do was just head a lot of balls away, really. I'll probably give Gabriel probably give him a 7. I think he was good on the ball. I think he played some nice passes, but I just think Saliba was just slightly better than him. So I'll give him a 7. Tomiyasu, I thought, struggled in the first half, in all honesty. I thought Kulusevski had his number. Yeah, okay, nothing really come of it, but I didn't think he was great. Probably give him a 6. Thomas Partey, I thought, played really well. Had a couple moments on the ball where, you know, Thomas Partey gets the ball and he's almost too chilled at times and he gets pressed and then they nick it off him. But overall, I think he played really, really well. At one point when he spun away from, it might have been where our first goal come from, actually, but I can't actually remember. But the way he, you know, Raya passing the ball, he was getting pressed by about 2 or 3 Spurs players, just dropped a shoulder, turned out, left the Spurs player chewing the grass, and got us on our way. Thought he played well. I'll give him an 8. Declan Rice, I thought, was brilliant. I know he gave away the pen, but like I said, it's one I don't really blame him for. It's a very, very unlucky pen to give away. I thought he was brilliant. Got an assist, drove us forward, won the ball back so many times. I'll give him an 8 as well. Martin Odegaard, to be honest, had a quiet game. A couple of times he gave the ball away so cheaply as well, and I thought, what the fuck is going on? He's not normally like that. I wasn't really impressed with him. I'll give him a 6. Trossard, similar to Tomiyasu. In the first half, I thought our left side was a bit shaky. Like, yeah, they both worked hard, but at times, like, even when they'd win the ball back, they'd try, like Trossard especially, try hold on to it too long, try and beat 2 or 3 men and lose it just in silly areas. I didn't think it was his greatest game. I'll give him a 6. And then the next 2 players I thought were the 2 best players on the pitch. Starting with Bukayo Saka, scored a goal, forced an own goal, absolutely dominated Ben Davies. The amount of times Raya or someone would ping a ball up to him from a goal kick, and he'd have Davies right up his back trying to push him off balance, and he'd just kill the ball dead, turn away from him, win us 3 kicks. I thought he was fantastic. Really, really good performance. And this myth that Saka don't turn up in big games really needs to stop because it's fucking bullshit. Since he's like become a first team regular, the only 2 players to have more involvements against big 6 teams is De Bruyne and Salah. Van Saka, he's a fucking brilliant player. Yes, he has moments in games where he's quiet, but so does everyone. Really good performance. I'll give him a 9. And then for me, Kai Havertz was man of the match. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal. I think he was faultless. I can't think of anything he didn't do. You know, he's hold up play. He won so many flick-ons. He was tidy on the ball. He got an assist. He scored a goal. Perfect striker's performance. You know, he'd come back from corners and that, and he'd win his headers for us defensively. I thought he was brilliant. This might sound mad, but I'm going to give him a 10. I think he was faultless. I can't think of anything he done wrong. I thought he was absolutely brilliant, Kai Havertz. His best performance in an Arsenal shirt by quite some distance, in my opinion. Like Chelsea, Chelsea on Tuesday, he scored 2 goals and the second half played really well, but first half he was sloppy. This game, from minute 1 to 90, I thought he was absolutely phenomenal. So well done, Kai Havertz, and he's contributing so much now to the team. In 27 games, he's got 12 goals, 6 assists. In 27 starts, sorry, and a lot of them starts have been in midfield as well. But he's definitely cemented himself as our striker right now. And it might be something Arteta looks to stick with moving forward into next season. Personally, I still would like to see someone come in. I wouldn't get too excited by how well he's doing. I still think we need a proper striker, but based on his performance today, fucking incredible. Really, really, really good. Subs, I think we only brought on Martinelli and Kivior. Kivior only come on towards the end, didn't really do anything. Don't even know if he touched on the ball. Martinelli had a couple of near dangerous breakaways, but couldn't quite get anything of it. So not really fair to judge him. I'll give him a standard 6. But look, big win. Simple as. North London's red. Always has been, always will be. And yeah, we move on. It was their cup final. They were desperate to stop us winning the league, and any sort of drop points today would have resulted in that. That's why I'm so frustrated with Raya, because he gave them hope that they didn't have. Their stadium, another 5-10 minutes, their stadium would have started emptying. And the way we were playing, we probably would have scored again. So it's really, really frustrating to concede 2 goals, because, another 3 goals on our goal difference would have been beautiful as well. But look, 3 points was the most important thing, and we got it. And we move on to Bournemouth next week. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. What did you guys think? Were Arsenal lucky? Because I've had a few people saying that Arsenal were unlucky. I don't think Arsenal were lucky at all. I don't see how you can be 3-0 up away at your biggest rivals, but be lucky to end up winning. I think, personally, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm going to go and watch the second half of the City Forest game. Pray. It's 1-0 to City at the minute. Just pray that Forest can take at least a point. Chris Wood just missed a sitter of a chance as well, man. Bastard. But yeah, good day of football. And yeah, on to next weekend. Come on, you Gunners. North London is red.